All right, how y'all doing this evening? It's D-Wiz. I'm back again, giving y'all some, insight on the world of cryptocurrency. And our topic this evening is mining cryptocurrency and specifically what is mining and is it still profitable? I'll tell you right now from the gate, there's a lot of cryptocurrencies that you mine just based off of the fact that they've depreciated so much in the past year. It is not profitable. Um, it's not profitable for all of them. There's still some that you can profit off of, but the fact that you have to fight with, a depreciating asset currently and the energy costs, specifically for proof of work cryptocurrencies, um, you're fighting an uphill battle. But you know, those who stick to it during these bearish times, at the end, as the asset appreciates and breaks new all-time highs, then you'll reap the rewards. But right now, if you ain't in it because you just love it, it's not very, it's not very fun right now. I say that much. But let's roll. Let's roll. Let's roll. All right. So what is crypto mining? What is mining crypto, right? So, in the broad sense, crypto mining is the process of adding new coins to the blockchain and making sure they are legitimate. So, in theory, anyone can become a miner, but in practice, it takes powerful tools and a lot of computing power. So, that's pretty like self-explanatory. But to kind of dumb it down even more is, when you mine crypto, you're, you know, doing a not a physical but a computer. Your computer is deciphering the algorithm, is doing various things to
What time are they supposed to go to bed?
all right, yeah, I'm gonna mute you. All right, so yeah, your computer, well, when using a computer to mine cryptocurrency or a device, like you're trying to pull more assets into a pool or into circulation, right? And you do that by using the computing power to decipher algorithms um, in the process. So, um, like it says here, miners are rewarded for solving difficult algorithmic puzzles that help verify and validate transactions in a cryptocurrency network. So, like I mentioned on the first slide, proof of work was the first form of mining cryptocurrency, and that's what Bitcoin is based off of, right? And then Ethereum currently is based off of the proof of work protocol as well. And I've spoken about, um, proof of work in detail and that protocol in detail on a previous class when I was speaking about the blockchain, but I'll touch on it here a little bit. So, with proof of work, like I was mentioning just a second ago, your computer is doing something to the extent of, like I said, deciphering the algorithm to create or find these new coins, right? Whether it be Bitcoin, Ethereum, or whatever proof of work blockchain that you're trying to accumulate, right? Um, and as your computer is doing these things, you reap the benefits and you're rewarded for providing that computing power to retrieve these coins. Now, not only are you, being rewarded, you're also providing another layer of security to the blockchain. As more miners are added to the blockchain, you create a layer of security for the entire blockchain. So if all the miners, or say half or 75% of the miners currently on Bitcoin, which won't happen, go away, it will leave Bitcoin's blockchain vulnerable to what is called a 51% attack, where a a single entity could control the majority of the computing power that's used to mine the cryptocurrency, which is a whole nother subject. But key thing here is when mining, or what is mining, it is the process of adding new coins to the blockchain and ensuring that they are legitimate in doing so, and also providing um, that extra layer of security by pooling together and providing that computing power to produce these coins, right? But let's keep on moving. Does that make sense? Did that make sense to everyone? Y'all give me a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. I mean, it's as much sense as it could make if you're like completely brand new to this thing. Okay, appreciate it, y'all. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All
Well,
right. Somebody was saying something. I heard somebody kind of went out.
it was me. No, it was me, D'Angelo. I mean, D-Wiz.
Moody, where you at, bro? I don't see this your number right here. You on the phone? Oh no,
Yeah,
I
I'm
see
on a
you.
phone. I'm on a phone. I'm picking up some yard work, but I'm tapping in.
All right, that's a bet, bro. Appreciate you being here, man. That's my brother Moody. All right, let's keep it moving though. So, how does crypto mining work? All right, and I kind of just covered this a little bit. Um, Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and others are made and kept safe through a process called mining. I just mentioned that, like, you add that extra layer of security when you provide the function of mining or become a miner, right? Mining is what makes peer-to-peer cryptocurrencies work because it verifies and orders transactions. Miners use computers called mining rigs, and we'll cover like the different types of mining rigs that are available and the ones that are most profitable nowadays. Like, I was talking to, I think it was HP earlier, and he was saying that he began mining, or he's mined on using computer power on CPU, right? So a lot of people, in the early days of Bitcoin, you were able to mine using a simple laptop, right? An old raggedy laptop. Like, you can mine multiple Bitcoin a day in the early days. But now that you are certainly incapable of doing that. Like, it would take you years to just mine a small fraction of Bitcoin using a computer at this current state, because it's not very efficient, right? But like it says here, mining cryptocurrency makes the peer-to-peer network of nodes stronger and makes it more expensive and hard to attack the network. Like I mentioned uh just a second ago about the 51% attack. That is like one of the most um uh widely known like vulnerabilities to a cryptocurrency or a blockchain is a 51% attack. And because Bitcoin has so many miners, nodes, or whatnot to secure the network, it's very likely that we'll never see Bitcoin suffer from a 51% attack. Now they do have the world is developing quantum computers, which is a whole nother subject, but I'll tell y'all based off of what's been said and the amount of computing power that a quantum computer can produce, that will be the only thing that could cause a vulnerability to Bitcoin or to a blockchain. But even with that being said, just based off of my research, quantum computing is far away from now, but then also it's likely that it wouldn't be able to provide enough power to you know outpower the other, people who are already mining on the Bitcoin blockchain or any of these other blockchains that are proof of work. Now, some proof of work blockchains, they may be vulnerable to something like that because there's not enough miners available currently. But Bitcoin, I think, will be fine. Like I said, I'm not a quantum computer expert. I don't know what the you know the current state of quantum computing is, and how far advanced they are currently. into how they could possibly, affect blockchain technology in general. So, but let's keep on rolling, man. Like I said, I mentioned these things about the security that mining provides, and being rewarded cryptocurrency by doing so. Let's keep on rolling. So these are the 3 different methods in which you can mine cryptocurrency. So the first one, you have solo mining. Solo mining, it is the simplest of miners, or the solo miners who work alone, not requiring any other individual or organization to participate in mining activity. So this simply says that you have, whether it's a ASIC, what I'm gonna get into a little later, or you're using your computing power to, like, locally within your home mine cryptocurrency, and then it goes directly into your wallet. Like, you're the only person that's, like, dealing with the mining process totally, like, or company, but you're the sole individual, or you have a team, have it may be, but y'all are the only ones, like, who are providing this service of mining, and you're reaping the total benefits. Now, solo mining isn't as profitable because there's specifically for, like, Bitcoin or Ethereum, because there's so many other, massive corporations that are mining cryptocurrency that you're somewhat competing with. So when you mine solo, you know, the more computing power you provide, the more likely you'll reap the benefits and be rewarded the cryptocurrency for mining. Now, if you got one miner and you competing with Mara or Riot because they mine on crypto on mining farms, it's likely you you won't mine a lot at all. You won't reap the rewards of mining. So that goes into our second method of mining, which is pool mining. So pool mining is a way to solve cryptographic blocks that use the hashing power of all the people in a pool, meaning that you not only you're mining, you may be mining at your house, but they're utilizing the pooling power of not just your miner, but many other miners collectively, and you reap the rewards in increments, or very small increments. But this is like the most consistent way to ensure that you're gonna keep getting rewarded, right? So, like, with solo mining, it may be very intermittent, right? But with pool mining, you're combining the hashing power of everyone. So, like, say all of us that's on this call, if we wanted to mine cryptocurrency and we want to do it collectively as a pool, we will pay for the electricity costs to push this hashing power to mine that cryptocurrency, and then we'll break down based off how much hashing power we're providing to each individual, and we'll likely get rewarded on every time a block is created, right? Or a block is created on the blockchain. So in comparison to solo mining, because you have very little hashing power, if you're doing it on a small scale, like, you're not going to be rewarded every time that a block is created because it's very competitive, right? And then the last one is cloud mining. So cloud mining, or cloud-based platforms, don't require miners to buy hardware. They buy power from data centers. It's the most complicated of 3 solutions, but it's also inexpensive. So, like I said, like I put here, I have a link. Now, a lot of people that may be on this call, they know that my favorite centralized exchange is KuCoin. So I just found out that they provide cloud mining, and I wanted to try it out. But they currently don't have any availability to participate. So when they have availability again, I will be trying to participate to see how this will work and is it profitable. And I'll give y'all some feedback on doing so. But if it is profitable, like I definitely will be participating and doing it for an extensive time. But like it says below here, there are cryptocurrency cloud mining services online, but it's hard to tell which are real. Some cloud mining services are scams, so be cautious. Like we all know, and if you've been in the crypto space for some time, like there's a ton of scams out there. So if you're communicating with people online about mining cryptocurrency specifically and using a cloud mining type feature, like be very careful. That's why I'm utilizing Qcoin because, though it's a centralized exchange, Qcoin has been very innovative. Uh, Everything that I utilize on Qcoin works very well. So I'm willing to test their service out with cloud mining. Um, I don't know of many other services out there. Well, I don't know of any other services out there. I've not tried to do cloud mining personally. So yeah, but if you wanted to participate, this is one that you could try when they have it available again, which is on Qcoin. Once you create an account, you log in, it'll be one of the many different options that you have for on that platform, right? But yeah, these are the three different methods of mining cryptocurrency, and this is specifically for proof of work mining. So there's other ways to mine cryptocurrency that aren't the same, that doesn't require you to decipher your computer to use computer power to decipher algorithms to mine a coin. And we'll touch on some of those in just a little bit. But like I said, these are the three ways to mine cryptocurrency using proof of work. All right, let's keep moving. Ooh. Okay, cool. So yeah, this is just a list of the top solo mining pools, right? You got a list of Bitcoin mining pools. And so if you wanted to mine cryptocurrency and you wanted to join one of these pools, um, here's a list of all the ones that, you could potentially utilize, whether it's on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, or Monero. So I'm gonna touch on Monero shortly. Um, I think Monero is very promising, and I'm likely gonna be buying me some Monero after researching more and more into it. But yeah, you can mine Monero pretty easily. And we're gonna touch on that shortly. Let's roll though. But like I said, these are the top solo mining pools and the different names. All right. So these are the devices that you can use to mine cryptocurrency. And there's actually four. The one that I didn't mention is like FPGA. No one utilizes that method anymore because we have this third method on the far right, which I'm gonna touch on. So the first method is using a CPU. CPU is basically mining from your laptop or desktop computer, right? And like it says here, CPU mining uses CPU cores to validate blockchain transactions and create new coins. Now, this is likely the least profitable way to mine cryptocurrency now. Um, in the early days, like I was mentioning before, you were able to mine Bitcoin from a simple laptop, probably the worst laptop that you could find. You can mine Bitcoin, and one of my good friends, he was mining Bitcoin early on, and he was like, "Man, I was able to get like 50 Bitcoin a day. Like I really didn't take it serious, and then I thought I lost all my Bitcoin, and yeah, he ended up finding his Bitcoin because he had lost interest in it, but he ended up finding it. So, but let me mute you. But yeah, so CPU mining was very profitable in the early days of Bitcoin when proof of work was, being established for for mining, right? But then came along and people was like, But yeah, we have these graphic cards. Like we could utilize these graphic cards to, you know, because they produce a little bit more power. Like we can certainly mine more cryptocurrency, utilize it. So they developed this system of GPU mining, which is graphics processing unit mining, right? GPU mining uses a gaming computer's graphics processing unit to validate blockchain transactions. So GPU mining is similar to CPU mining, but you can actually, well, you could do this with CPU mining also, but you can kind of create like a rig in a sense of multiple. You can do this, like I say, you can do this with CPUs. You can combine multiple CPUs together and create computing power to mine cryptocurrency. And that may be, you know, I ain't gonna say it's very profitable on CPUs, but you have that ability to do so. I was looking up, uh, but when I was preparing for this class, I was looking up different ways to mine with the CPU where you can, you know, combine them together. And one thing that kept popping up was using a Raspberry Pi um, to do so, which I'm gonna look into that a little bit more. And it provides a little bit more computing power versus just using one laptop. But like I said, GPU mining, um, in some cases, uh, that is a cheaper route. Well, the cheapest route is CPU mining, but you're not going to be very profitable, right? Then you have GPU mining, which is uh, a little bit more expensive, certainly more expensive than utilizing a CPU, but you'll have more hash power to mine cryptocurrency. So with GPU mining, you can mine Ethereum currently. Once Ethereum moves to proof of stake, you won't be able to mine that anymore. Um, there's a few other, well, there's a bunch of other cryptocurrencies that you can mine, but of the GPU mining cryptocurrencies, Ethereum is the most profitable currently, right? Then you have Ravencoin, which we're going to touch on a little bit also, which when Ethereum moves to proof of stake, many people are believing that a lot of the people who own these GPU mining rigs, they're going to shift to mining Ravencoin, which could be a great opportunity um, in the near future. And then the last one you have is the ASIC miners, right? The ASIC miners are application specific integrated circuit miners. So these are computers that are designed specifically to mine a specific cryptocurrency. So meaning, um, like you have ASIC miners that are specifically made to mine Bitcoin, specifically made to mine Ethereum, specifically made to mine Litecoin and Dogecoin. And if you don't know, um, Litecoin, when you mine Litecoin, you have the ability to mine Dogecoin simultaneously. It's like a packaged team, right? But they have these ASIC miners that are created to specifically, you know, mine a specific cryptocurrency. And they're these miners are more expensive than the other two, likely combined, right? One, because they're more efficient because they're created specifically to mine a specific cryptocurrency, right? They're more efficient in doing that. So like the GPU mining, that's a graphics card. Like that's made to, you know, provide the highest level of graphics on a gaming computer, right? It wasn't made to mine cryptocurrency, but it provides that function. And then the CPU wasn't made to mine cryptocurrency, but it can provide that function. The ASICs, they were specifically made to mine cryptocurrency. And that's what they do, and they do it very well. And like I mentioned, excuse me, like I mentioned before, I didn't put FPGA up here, which is the fourth method. Like no one utilizes that method of mining crypto or devices to mine cryptocurrency anymore because ASIC miners replace them, specifically because they use a uh, lot less power, right? And those are major factors that you need to think about when mining crypto. Like the cost of the device in comparison to how much it costs in energy to mine that cryptocurrency also. So those are factors that you gotta, put together when understanding like getting a return on your investment. So like if you're on the outlook of, yeah, I'm gonna pay for this ASIC miner that costs $5,000 and I want a return on investment within a year, like you have to factor in a few things. You need to factor in the price of that coin that you're mining, the current trajectory in which that price is going. And as we see right now, the price of all cryptocurrencies have been declining. So that, slows your return on investment. But then also you got to factor in how much it's going to cost in energy on a daily basis or monthly basis to provide or to utilize that miner, right? So you got to factor in that energy cost that bill you got to pay also. So that's key things that you got to think about when mining using proof of work. But like I said, I have some alternatives. They're not as profitable right now, but I'm gonna mention them. But they do have some potential opportunities in the future that I think are very promising, but they are a lot cheaper than utilizing proof of work, right? But like I said, these are the 3 different devices that you can use to mine cryptocurrency. There could be a bunch more out there, but these are the devices that you utilize, the key ones that are primarily utilized, right? And let's roll. Let me check the chat real quick. That may be from earlier. Does all this make sense? Y'all can unmute if y'all need to. Give me some ones in the chat if all this makes sense. As far as what we've covered so far, about the 3 different devices or the 3 different methods that you can utilize to mine cryptocurrency. All right, cool. Yeah, we got some ones. Eric, Tony, Ehal, Lou, appreciate it. I asked a little bit earlier, is anybody in here currently mining cryptocurrency in any method, whether it be on proof of work, proof of consensus, proof of coverage, any of these blockchains that utilize different mining methods that are out there? If you are, you can unmute yourself. We can chop it up real quick about it. If you aren't, then we just keep on rolling and we'll continue to, speak on it. All right. It don't look like it, but I got my ones. I'm glad y'all understand it. Like I said, if y'all got any questions, drop them in the chat, or unmute yourself if you got any comments also. So like I mentioned earlier, about Monero XMR. So Monero is a private blockchain. So unlike
never mind. You just answered my question. I was about to ask something.
What, bro? Go ahead.
Nah, you just answered it. I was just trying to remember. My phone is in my pocket, and all I can remember from Monero is that it's like orange or something like that and white, and that it was a privacy blockchain. But I wanted to learn more about it because back then we was both doing research on it, but I had stopped doing research on it. But I remember you was telling me something about like when you're using this blockchain or using this token, nobody can see what you literally just did on a blockchain. But I know you're about to get into it, so I'm about to learn some more right now.
Yeah, that's a fact, and that's exactly what I was about to say too, Moody. So yeah, with XMR, like this is a blockchain that this is a coin that you can mine from a CPU. Like, is it very profitable mining from a CPU? Likely not, but you can also mine it on the GPU, and most people mine it utilizing the GPU. But you can, like, I'm actually gonna do it on this computer I'm utilizing. I'm just gonna see how it works and see how profitable it can be, and I'll give y'all some feedback on what it does. But like Moody was saying, what interests me about XMR is that it is a private blockchain. So unlike the rest of these blockchains out there, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Stellar Lumens, XLM, XRP, all of these are public blockchains that they like every transaction is viewable. Every asset that's being held in every wallet can be viewed. So like if I knew everyone's wallet address, I could see what you currently hold within your wallet because it's attached to the blockchain. Now, that's why I always say never disclose, your wallet address purposely to just random people like that. If you purchasing something, like it is what it is, it's going to be on the blockchain. But also never disclose your holdings in addition to that, right? But like I said, XMR is a private blockchain. And right now, I think it was the not the IRS. I think it was the FBI. They put out a bounty, and I could be wrong. It's the FBI, one of these agencies, right? They put out a bounty for anybody that could find any vulnerabilities on the XMR blockchain for like hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe $1 million. I can't remember. And nobody's found any vulnerabilities for this blockchain, which is like, that's pretty wild, especially because, a major agency like that they practically put a hit out on. Like, it wasn't like XMR came out and said, we're going to do a hackathon. If y'all familiar with what a hackathon is, pretty much, you know, a company pretty much testing to see if they have any vulnerabilities that can be hacked by a hacker, right? But XMR, to my knowledge, they've not been, hacked. They've not had any vulnerabilities. And that's what interests me into, I'm going to be buying me some XMR. I think I have a little bit somewhere, but I'm going to start, making some larger purchases into XMR. But to get back on topic about it, this is the primary coin that can be utilized by mining on a CPU. There's a ton of other ones out there, but most of them are like nothing coins. But XMR is the primary coin that you can mine on CPU. There's another coin, and let me see if y'all can see this. Actually, I'm not gonna pull it up because it might show my information on there. There's a coin called Vert Coin. Now, that's a coin I'm interested in. They have a one-click mining application that you can also mine on CPU. So I'm gonna test that one out. I'm gonna give y'all some feedback on it. I currently have it downloading. I guess they have to like download the entire like blockchain's history and before I could start mining utilizing it. So I'm in the process of doing that. It's been going for like a day or two. I don't know if it just really takes that long or my computer just that slow, but we'll see. I'm gonna give y'all some feedback on that. So think about XMR. You can mine from a CPU, meaning your laptop, desktop, or whatever. But you can also create a mining rig of GPUs or a GPU and mine XMR. But then also, like I mentioned, Vertcoin, which I'm gonna be testing out, and I'll give y'all some feedback on, so you can mine that also on CPU. But yeah, this is XMR, and let's keep on moving.
Got a quick question for you.
Go ahead.
Around about how many GPUs you think it would take to earn like $50 a day with that?
With XMR,
Yeah.
I'd be lying to you if I just blurted out a number. But because I'm not currently doing it, if I had like evidence to tell you specifically, like I would, but I can't give you an accurate answer on that. Like I could say 4 or 5 GPUs, but that's gonna be a few thousand, more than a few $1,000s at the current price on your initial investment. So, but I'm gonna show you some websites in just a little bit where you can see like how much you can make on a daily basis or monthly basis, utilizing specific miners. I don't know if it has GPUs on there. I will check, and we'll run through it. But I'm gonna show you some of those. So, but yeah, sorry I couldn't give you a specific number on that, because I'm, like I said, I'm not actually doing it myself to give like specifically no, but it's something I can find out. I'll research about it. So just, if you're in the chat in the Discord, hit me in the DM to remind me, or put it in the crypto chat, and I'll get you an answer for sure. Right.
All right.
So we
Hey,
just
D-Wiz,
covered.
can I ask you something real quick?
Go ahead, bro.
I forgot the name of the website, but I remember when you had me mining like Doge, and you had me just mining like different. I chose whatever cryptocurrency I wanted, but you had me doing it like on a mobile device, like on my old like iPhones and Androids. And I remember there was one that I had running on a computer. I just forget the name of it, and it was like mining Dogecoin, but it's like you had to mine a certain amount before you was able to like extract it from your wallet. I'm not sure if you remember those, if you want to talk about those as well.
Yeah, so that's a concept of cloud mining, right? And I'm be honest, bro, I don't remember the website name off the top of my head, but it wasn't very profitable. But you have the ability to do it. Like, you can mine from old cell phone or new cell phone device, or a lot, you know what I'm saying, a smartphone, I say. But it's just not very profitable in doing so. Especially because the prices of these cryptocurrency assets have depreciated so much. So you paying for the hashing power to do so is just not very profitable. But I'm gonna look it up, Moody, and then I can drop it in the chat if somebody's interested. But what you're pretty much doing with those, you don't actually mine some of those cryptocurrencies directly. You actually mine XMR, and they convert it into that other cryptocurrency. So you don't see all of this, but you mine XMR, which, like I said, you can mine XMR using computer power, a CPU, and they manually convert it to the cryptocurrency that you want to have. So it's not actually mining like Dogecoin directly from a phone or Shiba Inu. Like, they update the website with a bunch of different cryptocurrencies all the time. But I'm gonna find that. I'm gonna find it. I probably can search it. Once we get towards the end, I'm gonna look it up, Moody. But yeah, we were doing that for a little bit of time. The only thing that I didn't like about it, it was very difficult to get started on some devices, because it required you to disable your antivirus and all this. Like, yeah. But to my understanding, when you mine proof of work coins, you have to do the same thing also. Like I said, but I'm not mining anything proof of work currently. So, but let's keep moving, man. So like I said, these are some of the top GPU mining or coins that you can mine utilizing a GPU or graphics card, right? And like I mentioned before, Ethereum is one of the most profitable coins to mine. But with the merge, Lumen, a lot of people who are currently mining utilizing GPU or graphics cards, they're scrambling to figure out, like, dang, should I sell these graphics cards? And with that being said, don't let somebody take advantage of you if you plan to mine cryptocurrency, or you want to get into mining utilizing GPUs. Like, the cost of GPUs are going down significantly for one reason, because Ethereum is moving to, well, more than one reason. I'll give you one of the main. Ethereum is going to be moving to a proof of stake protocol, removing the proof of work, meaning that you won't be able to mine Ethereum anymore. And Ethereum is one of the most utilized or most mined cryptocurrencies utilizing the GPU. So you'll have some people out here trying to offload a lot of their GPUs, likely, unless they want to go and mine one of these other two cryptocurrencies that are one of the top cryptocurrencies to mine utilizing the GPU. So just keep that in mind. Protect yourself. Like, people are going to be trying to offload those GPUs, and the price of these GPUs are declining at a rapid rate currently because of that fact. But they're also declining because a lot of these people who are mining, utilizing GPUs or ASICs, any of these, like, they're not profitable right now. Because one is inflation is extremely high, energy costs is extremely high. So when you have a perfect storm to where, you know, all of these things are extremely high, but the asset that you're mining is depreciating at a rapid rate, causing it to be extremely low. Yeah, a lot of people are leaving the mining space currently, utilizing proof of work projects. So, but yeah, like I said, Ethereum is one of the most profitable coins to mine, utilize the GPU. But once that merge occurs, people who are currently mining are thinking of looking into mining, utilizing GPU, they're gonna be trying to find a new home. And these are two other options: Bitcoin Gold and Raven Coin. Of the two, I would suggest Raven Coin. Because right now, to my understanding and based off my research, Raven Coin is the second most profitable cryptocurrency, and likely the cryptocurrency that all of these Ethereum miners are gonna shift to. Right now, Bitcoin Gold, like it says here, it is a Bitcoin fork. It's a fork of Bitcoin. The only difference is it is ASICs resistant, meaning that you can't mine Bitcoin Gold using an ASIC miner. Like, they have it developed to where you can't go and create an ASIC miner and mine Bitcoin Gold. Raven Coin, to my understanding, yes, Raven is supposed to be ASIC resistant based off it. So I don't know specifically. I'm not mining either of these, and I've not seen any ASIC Raven Coin miners either. So likely that's very true that these two on the right aren't able to be mined by ASICs because they don't have devices out there that are compatible to be mining them. But yeah, these are the three. These are the top three that I would say: Ethereum, Bitcoin Gold, and Raven Coin. Being that once Ethereum leaves proof of work and moves to proof of stake during the merge that's been delayed 20 times, be looking to, well, if you're planning to mine utilizing GPUs, or you already are, be planning to shift to mine one of these cryptocurrencies. And like I mentioned, I would begin mining Raven Coin personally, right? But let's keep moving. Oh, you froze on me. All right, let's go. So I didn't mention the big dogs on here because I talked about Bitcoin, you know, previously. Like, that was like in the intro, I was kind of covering, you know, Bitcoin and it being, you know, one of the top ASIC mining coins, and then also Ethereum. But like I just mentioned, Ethereum will be moving to a proof of stake protocol, but you have other options out there. So I didn't list the top ones, but I listed these because they are interesting to me. So like I said before earlier, Litecoin and Dogecoin, they come as a pair. And you can mine Litecoin utilizing the ASIC system or miner, and you can simultaneously mine Dogecoin. I don't know what the ratio is, but then you also have ASIC miners that specifically mine Dogecoin. And as of right now, many of these miners that mine Dogecoin or any of these proof of work coins, they're extremely, well, I ain't gonna say they're cheap, but they're extremely cheap in comparison to what they were during the bull market. When during the bull market, they were probably 3 to 4 times as much as what they currently are priced at, right? But like it says here, being profitable with Dogecoin mining is very challenging, right? So a lot of people that are mining Dogecoin, they're doing it because they are like fans of the coin, like the memification of Dogecoin. It's not extremely profitable at all to mine Dogecoin. There are some specific Dogecoin devices, ASIC specific Dogecoin devices that I believe are profitable, but yeah, like I said, I'm not personally mining them to know what those numbers are currently based off of the few other things that I mentioned, the energy costs and you know, the depreciating price of Dogecoin. So I can't give you the specific numbers on those. Now, moving on to a cryptocurrency that I'm extremely like bullish on, and not just bullish on the concept of it, but Kadena. If y'all not writing anything down, write this down. Kadena is, and likely in my eyes, it will be, long as we don't have any issues with regulation about proof of work, and you know how we keep having these issues where people are saying Bitcoin is utilizing too much energy. So Kadena operates on a proof of work protocol also. And I mentioned this earlier, Kadena has miners. They have ASIC miners that are available currently, but they are extremely expensive. And they're extremely expensive for a few things because Kadena's price is currently very, like everything is really cheap, but Kadena's price is still extremely cheap in comparison to a lot of other blockchains out there that are doing innovative things. So Kadena didn't get to experience a full, a full bull run in a sense. Like, so its market cap didn't, blow up in an extreme rate. So during this next bull cycle, once we get, going into it, I can foresee Kadena doing very well. Now, this is not financial advice, but certainly look into the project. What interests me about it is, is you can mine this coin. It has smart contract capability. It does pretty much everything that Ethereum does, but it doesn't have any gas fees. So it has no gas fees. It is gasless. Like, you don't have to pay for these extreme transaction fees that you have on Ethereum, right? I think I have a page I'm gonna show y'all of Kadena and the miner and the cost of the miner. So like I said, the miners are currently very expensive because the price and the market cap of Kadena is still very cheap to some degree in comparison to what it has to offer. So, but yeah, these are, a couple of the coins that you can mine using ASIC miners. Like I said, Litecoin, Dogecoin is not extremely profitable. People are just really doing it just to be doing it for the most part. But Kadena, it was extremely profitable, and people realize that, so that's why their miners are like extremely expensive. Even currently, they're still very expensive. But yeah, those are a couple of them. And like I said, Kadena is a gem, if I would say. All right, cool. So these are some alternative coins to mine and methods. So like I mentioned, I'm not currently mining any proof of work coins, whether it be CPU, GPU, ASIC mining. I'm currently mining on the Helium Network, and it's not very profitable right now either. I'm gonna tell y'all up front, either one of these, and it's primarily because the current market conditions, but because I was able to get in early on Helium, I've got my return on investment. So now it's, I'm just really just, pocketing whatever I make on a daily basis, right? But on the Helium network, like it says here, it's a decentralized wireless network that transmits and receives global data via IoT devices, right? They offer coverage for the Helium network using the proof of coverage consensus mechanism. So if you've been into mining within the past year, you may have heard about Helium and how people are making crazy money on the Helium network. I know early on, what was it? I got introduced to Helium probably March, April of last year. And during that time frame, what intrigued me about Helium, for one, it was the amount of money the amount of value you could accumulate on a daily basis. Like at one point, people were able to make, you know, $1, $2, $3, $4, $500 a day from mining from a device that at that time only cost $300, $400 max, right? But people were mining Helium and they were getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 plus a day. Like there were literally people, because of the way this system works, like I said, it's based off of proof of coverage, meaning that, these miners communicate past data amongst each other all across the globe, right? So what people were doing was, because in most cases, these miners were placed in areas where there were high levels of population, right? So in your major cities, you'll see a ton of these miners. Like early on, it was like in California, you see a ton of these miners. And the people in these major cities, like I said, they would put a miner at the highest high rise in your downtown area, and they would literally rent out apartments or condos in New York City and not live there, and put one of these miners in the window and pay for their rent there and profit all in the same, because how profitable this miner was. This was by far in 2021 the most profitable miner that was out there. Like I personally, with I think I had 3 miners at the time, I got to the point where I was making $100 a day. So with 3 miners, I think I spent maybe $1,500 at the time, because it was roughly $400 to $500 plus an additional antenna. I was pulling in $100 a day. Now you ask me what I'm making today, it's sad in comparison to that for sure. But I'm extremely like still like on the side of Helium, and I still like what they're doing. They're in the process of creating 2 new tokens or coins that will be able to be mined utilizing these miners. So right now, I'm gonna tell you, I'm probably making like $2 a day with the 3, 4 miners that I have. Now it's still money, it's still some profit, right? Because I've already paid off the miner, and I got my return on investment, but that's certainly far away from what I was making at $100 a day. But in August of this year, Helium, they're creating a new token that these miners will be able to mine, which will give us another opportunity to make a significant amount of money, or accumulate a significant amount of assets for people who still participate in this network, right? That token is called I think it was the IoT token, right? That comes in August. But then they also have a different kind of miner called that's a 5G miner for the Helium network that will allow you to mine another token, and it's called the mobile token. And that's its correlation with 5G, right? So there's going to be more opportunities with Helium going forward. I still believe in the project. And like I said, I've at minimum made everything that I put into the devices that I purchased for Helium. There's a few places you can buy these Helium miners. One company is called Minted, but if you want to take a little bit of risk, like you can right now, because people are earning so little in comparison to what they were, like you can probably buy a miner for like $150 or cheaper. People are practically probably trying to give them away. But also what I'll tell you about the Helium miner, in comparison to these proof of work miners, in a year span, on average, you're gonna spend maybe $5 to run this miner. It's not loud like the proof of work miners. It doesn't have this blasting fan that's gonna be, constantly sounding like a AC unit outside. So you don't have to deal with, those nuances relating to that also. But like I said, it's a lot cheaper to run in comparison, and that's why I chose to mine cryptocurrency utilizing Helium. Now, the other miner, which is it's a different concept of mining. So the Deeper Network is one of the first decentralized private networks, similar to like a VPN. Like, you purchase a VPN to privatize your internet access or your internet service, right? You can purchase a Deeper Network device and privatize your network, but also by buying their tokens, you can stake those tokens, and in the same, you'll be mining and earning more Deeper Network tokens. Y'all give me 1 second. Yeah, so, but like I said, the Deeper Network, it is a decentralized private network. So you buy this device and you have a VPN forever. Like you don't have to pay a monthly fee to privatize your internet service. You literally have a private network from then on. You're sharing excess internet bandwidth to people globally in the process also. So, but yeah, this is another device that I utilize. I haven't checked on it in a while. I don't really mess with it. I just let it do what it do. I can't tell you how profitable I am because honestly, I haven't even checked on it. I'm just gonna be completely honest with you. I set it up. I like the concept of making my internet a little bit more private. I was like, I'll spend the money to do that, but in turn, it allows me to mine this currency, which I believe could significantly grow in the future. Also, let me see something. I think I click this and show y'all. Yeah, show y'all the website for the Deeper Network. I think it shows their products. So yeah, these are the steps to being able to mine Deeper token, the DPR token, right? So you buy Deeper Connect Mini or the Pico. I have both of those, and one I'm not using, which I need to find somewhere to put it. But then you can go buy the DPR token because you need a certain amount to be eligible to mine. So if you don't have a certain amount, I forget what that amount is, but it gives you a full breakdown of it on their website. But you purchase the amount of DPR, you stake it in the third step, and immediately after that, you start to earn DPR token, right? So it's very simple. And like I said, it's in comparison to proof of work devices, you're not using a crazy amount of energy to do this. Like I don't know how much energy this DPR device utilizes, but it's minimal. It's very small. Let me see if I can show y'all what it looks like. Let's see, look at the product. So yeah, this one I don't have. This is the smallest of all of them. I have one of these, which is the mini. And then I have a larger device than the mini, but they're extremely small. Like they can fit in your hand and they don't use a lot of energy at all. But yeah, I think when I purchased, I want to say when I purchased this Deeper Connect Mini, it didn't come with this Wi-Fi adapter. I'm gonna have to look into this with these Wi-Fi adapters, what they provide. But so I only have the Deeper Connect Mini, and I have it routed directly to my router, and it spreads out throughout my entire network in my house. So my entire network, including the TVs and everything, is privatized. So, and this is like some examples of how you set it up. It's fairly simple, fairly simple, but yeah, it's some pretty cool devices. So like overall, I like the concept of mining the helium the most. Like I had the most enjoyment of doing that. So when you get into mining cryptocurrency, yeah, you get into it to be profitable. But as you start to like, if you like some tech stuff like I do some from time to time, you start to have fun with it. You start to try to find ways to make it, make it more profitable. It's kind of like a little game or whatever. But these are two alternative methods of mining cryptocurrency. There's a few other out there. There's another network that's similar to the Deeper network called Mysterium. Um, I literally have a list of different projects like this, and Moody will tell you, like I had a list of probably 10 to 20 that are similar to these, but these were the two that I stuck to, and they made the most sense to me. As I start to dig back into those other ones that I was in previously, like I'll give y'all some feedback on if they're still worth getting into. But the Helium Network, even though we in this slump right now, and primarily because there's almost 900,000 miners out there, so the network is like heavily congested, and the profitability right now, because for one, the depreciating of the price, and also the depreciating of the rewards, because so many people are on the network, it kind of makes it a little sour to mine helium right now. But like I said, if you stick through the times right now, the people who are mining on potentially profitable assets that don't require a significant amount of energy, like you'll reap the most rewards in the long run. So these are some alternatives to that. Let's keep rolling though. All right, so like I said, I had some websites that we can check a few things. These are a few useful websites that we can utilize. And let's see if I can show y'all DX Pool. So on DX Pool, it gives you a lot of things. You can come on here and you can actually like purchase devices. You can purchase miners, all types of stuff. Let me get this thing moving because it's stuck. All right. Yeah. Bear with me with my slow internet or computer, one to two. And so they have an application and everything where you can see various things on this website. So like it shows here, with Litecoin, Doge mining. Like I said, when you mine one, you mine the other. With these two, Litecoin and Doge, they're practically like twin coins in a sense. Let's click on popular miners. Show some of the popular miners and the profitability of them. So with Litecoin, one of the profitable miners, this is on a daily basis, right? So if you had this miner here to mine Litecoin, which I'm gonna show y'all on XMR because I remember that question that was asked earlier. So if you had this Bitmain L7 miner, your profits will roughly be $21.21, and that's including the cost that is of your electricity, as you can see here, which is $4.11 a day to utilize this. It should give me the price. I don't know if it gives me the price of this. No, I don't. There's another website that'll tell you how much this miner costs. I guarantee you it costs probably $10,000. It wouldn't surprise me. Matter of fact, let's just Google it. Let's just Google it. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna Google it. Give y'all some Bitmain L7. Okay. So it's different prices. Some of these might be scams. So it's say on Amazon $4,900 and you earning, what was it, $21 a day or something like that. But you don't want to purchase from places like that. You could come here on Bitmain. They were selling it for 12,800. That sounds more correct. Because these miners were so expensive during the bull market. They're likely a lot more cheaper. Like here you have it for 8,999. So the prices vary so much when trying to find these, and there's so many scams out there. So you got to be extremely careful. But I do believe DX Pool actually allows you to buy miners on here too, which I'll show y'all once I go back. But let me go to XMR because we talked about this earlier. So yeah. So to make $50 a day, yeah. So this is likely the top GPU for XMR. So to make $50 a day, you pretty much gonna need a little bit less than 100 of these AMD 3990Xs because you're only getting 58 cents a day mining XMR, because this is what you actually earn, but then you got to factor in this 34 cents of electricity that you're gonna burn on a daily basis. So you're gonna make 58 cents utilizing one of these GPUs a day. Yeah. Or is that a GPU? I don't know. AMD 39. What is this, man?
That's the CPU.
Yeah, that's a CPU. Hold on. Yeah, you almost need 100 of them. So yeah. No, see. And I don't see any that where you can have them like stacked or whatever, but I don't know how. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find a way to see how much they are. But yeah, to be profitable or to make $50 a day, yeah, you would need almost 100 of these AMD Ryzen Threadripper CPUs. but they don't have the option for GPUs. Where the GPUs at? I don't see any. Don't see any, but yeah. So that's for XMR. So me mining XMR on this computer, it don't look very promising because I don't have this AMD 3990X. Yeah, I'm sure I don't have one of those. I'm not gonna utilize it, but I mentioned KDA, right? Kadena. Let's see what Kadena has to offer, right? So the top dog for Kadena is this Gold Shell KD Max, right? You're gonna be making $30 a day minus electricity, which is $4. Your profit will be $26 a day. I'm almost certain this miner, which is an ASIC miner, if you remember from the class, ASIC miners are specifically made to mine a specific cryptocurrency, and with this being Kadena. So the Gold Shell KD Max, yeah, this is a ASIC miner for sure. Let's pull this thing up. This thing probably certainly $20,000. And like I mentioned earlier, it's expensive like that because the market cap of Kadena is fairly low in comparison to a lot of other layer one blockchain cryptocurrencies. Yeah, look at this Viper A Tech, $22,850 in stock, $21,800. So they're extremely expensive because Kadena's market cap is fairly cheap, and likely people know that Kadena got something. And being able to mine Kadena currently will be, you know, a great move leading into the next bull market because it has some pretty good technology that they're providing to the crypto ecosystem. So like I said, these are extremely expensive. They do have a cheaper version that I was looking at. It's like the KD box or something like that. And said you only mining $1.66 a day, which $1.66 ain't bad because I think Kadena currently is I think it's like $2-3 or something like that. It's a lot cheaper than it used to be. So earning a Kadena or a Kadena or two a day, it's not bad. But the price, getting your return on investment now is like it's not very great. So let's pull this up. Let's pull this thing up. The Gold Shell, see how much they charging for it. So all right, we'll go here. Go to the actual Gold Shell website. Okay, they not telling the price. I pulled this up recently. I don't think it's nowhere near the prices that we were just seeing. What's this one? Okay, so no, I don't see the price. Okay, so yeah, these websites have it, right? This BT miners, they have it in stock and it's almost $1,200 to get your ROI based off of. So you got to remember and this one is used. So they're factoring in current price of Kadena. Now, if Kadena went back to 20 some dollars, this ROI would reduce extremely, right? It would go down significantly because when the difference is this, so when you start if you earning, say, one Kadena a day, I just lost my train of thought. When you're earning one Kadena a day at the current rate, which is maybe $1, $2, $3, like you'll still be earning 1 or 2 Kadena when it goes back up into $20, $25 or wherever it was at the high. So this ROI would reduce significantly in comparison. But yeah, I'm not trying to convince you, but yeah, if I get my hands on a KD box or one of these Kadena miners, I'm certainly gonna pull the trigger on that if it's worth at a cheaper rate for sure. But yeah, so yeah, you can do that here on DX Pool. Let me skip through a few of these other tabs. All right, I don't have a wallet here. We click on miners. That's where we were just at. So yeah, these are, oh, when you click all, you can see the top miner. This one is earning $55.45 a day. What is it? It's mining Ethereum. Yeah, that's an ASIC miner also. So it's costing you $3.72 to run this ASIC miner. That's pretty dope. How much this costs? Let's look at this. Let's look this up. Yeah, let's look this up. iPollo. See, that's even cheaper than, it's cheaper than, oh, this one here. It's cheaper than that Kadena box and it earns more. But the difference is Ethereum is going to be moving to proof of stake. So it would make sense that it would be cheaper because this ASIC miner is specifically made to mine Ethereum. So once you can no longer mine Ethereum using this ASIC miner, then you might as well put a vase on top of it, put some flowers on it, like you got a brick for the most part. So here, this one is 29,000. So yeah, I wouldn't be investing in this. This is what I mean. Like, I wouldn't be investing into something like this when the merge for Ethereum to move to proof of stake is supposedly very, very near. So you don't want to end up purchasing an item like this and now you just got something that just a decoration because you can't mine anything with it. Now, I don't know if they have the ability to like restructure ASIC miner to mine something else after the fact. I had to do some research on that, but yeah, I would certainly try to stay away from trying to mine Ethereum currently, just because you don't want to fall into that window of where you won't get a return on your investment. So just be careful about that. But let's go back. So that's DX Pool for the most part. Like I said, they have a mobile app that you can pull up also. But let's go back to some of the other sites that I had pulled. This thing moving so slow. So yeah. So this is another site. It's very similar to DX Pool. It's called whattomine.com, which is very, like I said, very similar to DX Pool. I will pull it up, but I will be pretty much going over the same stuff. They also have a calculator in there that you can input specific numbers, like to see what your return on investment will be, or like your hash power, all types of stuff. This was a good site that I pulled up, and I will pull this up. It gives you an overview of what altcoins to mine, the most profitable ones. And it's really just an article that was very helpful to me. But let's scroll and find some. Like I mentioned earlier, a lot of people will likely move from Ethereum mining to mining Ravencoin. So I've heard that. I heard that last year when somebody mentioned to me, and Ravencoin could be the next move for sure, because there's so many people that's currently mining Ethereum, and they're gonna need a home. So yeah, if you plan to mine utilizing a GPU, I would be shifting to Ravencoin personally. There go Kadena. Yeah. If I don't mind Kadena, I'm certainly gonna continue to buy Kadena. I had some I sold, but I'm definitely gonna get back into it. I've not looked into Grin very much, but it's also a proof of work coin also to mine. Zencash, this is a privacy coin like XMR. I've not looked into how to mine Zencash. And this metaverse ETP, I never even heard of this, but yeah. So this was a good article to read that showed like the, you know, information relating to a lot of the coins that are out here that you can mine. Like I told y'all earlier, I'm setting up the process to mine Vertcoin. Currently on this computer, utilize my CPU. It may not be profitable at all, but I got some time, so I just want to see what it does, and I'll let y'all know the profitability of it. And I'll drop a link in the chat to give y'all a little bit more insight, or the website, so you can also do it if you choose to. But yeah, that was an article that I pulled up that was very helpful. Let me go back. So this was a link that I used to try and set up the mining for Monero on my computer, which I'm likely not gonna do no more. After I seen those numbers, 58 cents for that the top CPU, which I know I don't have, I'm likely not gonna do that anymore. This is that link I was just talking about with Vertcoin, the one-click application miner for your computer that I'm currently setting up. And I do want to show y'all this because I showed y'all about Deeper Network, but I'm gonna show y'all the Helium Explorer and how many miners are currently populated throughout that are still mining Helium token. Like I said, it's 889,000 current hotspots on the Helium network. When I got into this, I want to say it was maybe 100,000, something like that. The current market price of helium is $8.67. At one point, it was over $50. So, like I said, it was fairly easy to make $100 a day mining helium. But now, since the price value has dropped so significantly, now I'm barely earning like $2, but I'm content. It is what it is. So yeah, this is a map where you can see all the miners globally that are currently, you know, being utilized and still mining H&T. And majority of all of these miners that are out here, they'll be mining the IoT token come August, which could, you know, be it could be lucrative. I don't know for certain. I don't know what the distribution rate is going to be, but I'm going to keep on mining helium, keep my miners in operation so I can, you know, reap the benefits of earning that new token that they're pushing out too. So, but yeah, I just wanted to show y'all this and let me go back. And yeah, I mentioned that about the DPR. I showed y'all the devices that they have for the DPR token, which is the decentralized private network, right? And we here. So I don't know if y'all got any questions. I hope y'all got something out of that. Y'all have a better understanding of mining cryptocurrency. Let me check the chat if y'all have anything. Oh, Moody said facts. He got me into him. He probably talking about helium. Yeah, I got him into him. But when Moody got into it, he probably wasn't making much when he got on, because the market started to dump. But yeah.
Nah, I
Helium,
ain't make much mining. I didn't. Helium be calling my phone every other day trying to get their miner back. Guess what? It's decentralized. They not getting a miner back. They gonna have to wait till Moody connected back on.
I feel you. Yeah, so with helium, they have these companies out there that own a ton of these miners, and they'll allow you to host that miner. And so you don't have to pay outright. Like, you don't have to buy a miner. Like, I bought all of my miners because I wanted to have 100% of what it was being rewarded. But I did apply for these, companies that allow you to host a miner, and they give you a percentage of what it makes. So I was interested in doing it. They just never selected me. So it is what it is. But yeah, y'all feel free to ask any questions. If y'all don't have any questions, I'm grateful for y'all being here. I hope y'all learned something about mining, cryptocurrency, the different devices that are utilized, the different methods that are utilized. Yeah, so what I'm doing, what I'm currently doing, how I see mining headed in the near future, whether it be proof of work or the proof of coverage devices that I utilize. So yeah. If y'all don't have any questions, if y'all do, chime in. If y'all don't, we gonna hang it up. But I got time, so y'all just let me know. Y'all let me know.
You about to run an all-nighter, bro?
I ain't gonna run it all night. I got my baby girl here, so I gotta give her some time. So, but I got some time. I got a little bit of time, man. So it doesn't have to be about mining. If you have a question about something else, like relating to crypto, feel free to chime in, ask a question. If you got a comment, do what you choose, man. But I'm here for a couple more minutes or some seconds. If we don't,
Where's the bottom of Bitcoin?
the bottom,
Yeah.
0. No, look. So absolute worst case scenario for Bitcoin, like going forward. And what's crazy is kind of holding pretty strong where it's been for like a few weeks. But I think the absolute worst case scenario is Bitcoin possibly breaking down between $9,000 to $10,000. Within that range, $9,000 to $10,000. At that point, this is not financial advice, but if you have the ability to, you should be looking into buying a Bitcoin, because we will not see that number again. If it goes that low. But yeah, that will be the absolute bottom to me. Somebody said, how do you feel about the stability of Qcoin? So Qcoin was the first exchange that I utilized back in 2017. Qcoin has already survived 2-3 bear markets now at this point. I don't think Qcoin like there's any like issues with Qcoin, but what I will also tell you is this: I trade on Qcoin, I buy assets on Qcoin, but I do not keep any crypto on centralized exchange, significant amount of crypto on any centralized exchange for an extended period of time, especially in a bear market, because I'm not in those rooms or those meetings when they're over leveraging with crypto assets or they're allowing somebody to borrow crypto assets. So I can't say Qcoin is void of that. So, but since I've been using Qcoin, they've been on the up and up, man. And they allow me to do stuff a lot of these other cryptocurrency exchanges won't allow me to do without KYC, which, if you know what KYC is, know your customer, which means identifying yourself. So E Hall says, I just recently had an issue with them trying to transfer XMR. The only issue I have ever had. Yeah, I've not had any issues with Qcoin. I've had minor issues like that where it's delayed, and it was delayed because I was sending Solana assets. I was sending Sol, and it wasn't because of Qcoin. It was because Solana was blockchain was stuck. so yeah, I've not had any major issues with Qcoin. Like I said, that was the first exchange I bought Bitcoin on. That was the first place I ever bought Bitcoin, period. So, but yeah, I think
with mine, the only issue they said I ran into is I tried to buy with USDC transferring another asset because the fees were cheaper,
yeah.
and they said if they have too high volatility on it, they can put up to a 72-hour hold.
I ain't never seen that, but that's interesting. Yeah, I never seen that. I've never had that happen to me. But yeah, so like I said, these exchanges, like they're gonna protect themselves first. And I can't preach about it enough. Like a lot of people hold their cryptocurrency, whether it be in Robinhood. Robinhood's starting to come around. They trying to like shift to more decentralized way. I don't trust them still, period. But they're trying to come around, and they're providing a wallet where you can actually send and hold assets. Because I've identified myself on Robinhood, which I'm not trying to avoid being identified, but I'd much rather not be identified because that's the decentralized way, the decentralized manner. I don't utilize Robinhood primarily for anything crypto related. Plus, they be having hidden fees, just based off my previous experience. But yeah, with any of these centralized exchanges, you have to protect yourself before, because they're gonna certainly protect themselves. Like for instance, with the Celsius thing, with Voyager, how many other ones out there that went insolvent? There's a couple more, and then the owner of FTX and Binance, they're coming out and saying that because they the top dogs in the crypto space and got all the money, they said there's over like 50 exchanges that are pretty much begging to be bailed out. So yeah, don't trust everything that you see. They send you emails, yeah, everything's okay. Nah, take your assets and be the sole custodian of your assets. We have plenty of wallets within the server in the DeFi wallets section that you can store your assets. So utilize those. You can use a physical hard wallet to store your assets. Like don't leave it in their hands to where they go and be insolvent and they file for bankruptcy, and now like they trying to figure out if they gonna give you your assets or they gonna pay their debts. They gonna go pay their debts, and you gonna be left holding the bag with nothing in it. So, yeah, just be careful. But that's my thought process. Like even with Qcoin, like it's my favorite exchange. It lets me do everything. But I don't leave anything of significant value on there. Like I'm in there and then I'm out of there quick. So Pam said, thanks for asking. I have Qcoin. I want to watch the walkthrough video and learn how to use it. Yeah, so Jordan created a basic futures trading Qcoin video. I don't personally trade futures on Qcoin, but what I do on Qcoin, I trade some of the triple leverage bull and bear tokens, which are like they're spot coins in a sense. Like it's just like you buying like Bitcoin or Ethereum, but they're 3x. They move 3x in by percentage. So I trade those from time to time. For me, instead of trading futures, like me and Moody, we trade cryptocurrency in the Forex market, right? So that's just another way of trading. Like we could trade the futures. I've not done it myself, so I can't really explain it specifically. But that is a way to trade and make a decent amount of money if you know what you're doing. And then crypto 24 hours, don't sleep. Y'all trade cryptocurrency in the Forex market using Qcoin? No, so we trade cryptocurrency in the Forex market utilizing MetaTrader 4. So if you're familiar with trading in the foreign exchange market, most people that trade, they use that application MetaTrader 4. Now MetaTrader 4 is just the trading application. You have to also have a broker, which a broker would be equivalent to like a Webull or Robinhood in the stock market, right? But the broker that I use, and I think Moody uses also, is Hugo's Way. Now I don't know if it's the best broker out there. I just know when I got into when I got into trading in the Forex market, that was the one that was introduced to me. And I'm gonna type that in the chat. It's called Hugo's Way. Yeah, so that's the broker that I utilize to trade. I did have a step-by-step way in how to, go from buying your assets that you need to trade in the foreign exchange market on MetaTrader 4. I gotta find that, and if I can find it, I definitely put that into the crypto chat so y'all know how to set that up. Pam says, "Oh, I have MetaTrader 4. I gotta watch YouTube or something on it because I spent like 10 to 15 minutes trying to figure it out, but was confusing." So yeah, so trading on MetaTrader 4 or in the Forex market, the concepts are the same. You're looking at the same candlesticks, you're looking at the same, charts. The only difference is the method in which you trade. So you instead of you buying calls and puts like you do for options contracts, you just buying a buy or buying a sell. You know what I'm saying? It's the same concept. It's just it's just plain English. Buy up, sell down. So, but yeah. But yeah, man. Who's this? Eagle FX works with MetaTrader 4 as a broker. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've not heard of that one. But yeah, like I said, when I got introduced to trading in the foreign exchange market, it was Hugo's Way for me. It could be terrible. I don't remember, man. But yeah, if y'all don't have any more questions, man, thank y'all again for being here. Give me some feedback in the general chat in the server. Let me know what y'all learned. Let me know how I can improve. Let me know if y'all like these Ask Me Anythings that we do at the end. Because I plan to do more of like an Ask Me Anything in the future where y'all can just kind of just bring all the questions that you have relating to cryptocurrency and we discuss them openly instead of having this like class format. Because in reality, I much rather have like open dialogue like this versus like teaching a class. But I know I'd like to establish a baseline so people can understand the basic principles of cryptocurrency. So in order to do that, I had to kind of do classes, prior to. But yeah, in the very near future, I want to do more Ask Me Anythings where we can talk openly and have like an open discussion. Have you tried MT5? I've not tried MT5. I have it downloaded, but I've not used it at all. I don't know what the difference is. Like it looks the same briefly from what I saw, but I don't know what the difference is. So, but yeah, like I said, wanna in the very near future restructure somewhat and do some open dialogue crypto classes. And I think we'll get a lot of value from that. I just need y'all to bring the questions, bring the comments, bring whatever y'all got, man. So Yeah, but with that being said, thank y'all again. And we're gonna close this thing out. And y'all have a great night.